Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On the toss, Vereen.
That block right there, John Jerry. Good. Oh, my God, I'm gone.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, 29 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
All right. I'll put Paul Perkins in the second half.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Carl try it again on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Man, you had it intercepted already?
He's brought down, but not getting across midfield to the 45.
You got just your interception,
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football?
I just heard interception.
Or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Are you about to get your first win on P4?
The tight end Walford. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30.
He's about to get his first win. Okay, I hear you.
Catch and run.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put
start burning the clock. I hate when niggas do this gay shit.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr.
Oh, come on.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
Second and goal, defense, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jameis Olawale taking it in. And the Raiders have moved out in front. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Man. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Malcolm Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put. Here we go on 4th down with Manning. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. With that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow forward and get what you can.
It's just a disaster. You go back to the 6 after you were at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kelvin Shepard in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or a big yardage.
Have no day like that against me.
For one last chance to score themselves.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
that little ass snake ain't killing no motherfucking cat.
We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot
before
the clock runs out.
Fuck that goddamn snake up. You out your fucking mind.
Incomplete.
That little ass snake you got? Hell yeah, I know so, nigga.
On EA Sports.
Nigga, that is a fucking baby.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
Man, that cat will fuck. Nigga, that cat will fuck that snake up, man. I'm telling you.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. I want to sneak in a note here on the officials while time permits from the Super Bowl game. I know that you had high praise.
That's the best thing ever.
You know they did a good job when no one is talking about them on Monday.
You're exactly right. And in fact, they're being praised almost universally for getting a couple of calls that were really difficult to make in real time correct. And I'm talking about the Julian Edelman catch. Emphatic that it was a catch. Replay confirmed it. And then, of course, the James White touchdown in overtime, because that was called a touchdown on the field. And, of course, they confirmed that one as well upstairs in the
Come on, Landon. Good fucking defense,
These officials come together. They're an all-star crew. They don't work together as much during the season. But this one felt very cohesive. I thought they did a fantastic job.
Here's Marquette King now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's Beckham. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Manning to throw on second down. Cruz has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Short of the sticks after
we
that completion, and now it's
game.
third down for this offense. From the gun on
oh, he's doing something with his stick right now.
And he couldn't hang on
what?
to
He
it
dropped that pass?
Incomplete.
Oh, hell no, my
nigga.
nigga.
It's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50%
on
fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher.
Ain't no rain. Rain Wednesday. I ain't see no fucking rain on Wednesday.
They do go for it. It's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised.
What news you was watching, nigga?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation.
Oh, they ain't got shit.
But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted.